Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in this today's video we'll be creating this awesome payment method screen. We'll be learning this how to make this particular card. We'll be making this particular component. We'll be adding this input fields and the country picker, which will be a drop down bottom sheet component, as well as we'll be adding some check icon component, and then we'll adding three buttons so user can pay via these buttons. Okay, and after that we'll be moving to this confirmation page where we'll be adding this car image and then booking information as well as the amount and the payment information. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. But before that, let me tell you that if you have not star this particular repository, you have to star the repository. And from the past 2 or 3 days I was working on something, as well as I was working on this particular car app backend. So that is the reason I was not uploading new videos. So let me show you that as well, that I was making the APIs for it, like authentication and the user APIs. I also added this database, which we will be adding another playlist for the backend. So I hope you all people will enjoy this whole series. So please do like, share and comment as well, so that our video gets pushed up in the algorithm. So let's get started. So what we'll do, let's do npm run start. So it will start our server. So let's open the car application, and it's building now. So yeah, let me tell you that I have already created this card component, because we do not want our time to get much wasted. I'll explain you how I have done this, as well as what you will need to install to add this gradient effect. So let me show you that. Come to the search screen and come over here, and then click on the pay now. Over here you can see that I have added this particular component, which is Visa card. So let me show you that. If you go to the payment flow branch, I have not published this, but after the video it will be there. So you have to take the pull from that branch, and you will be able to see this Visa card component. Let me show you what it is and what it does. So it is basically a component which is wrapped inside a linear gradient component. So you have to install this. So when you take the pull from this branch, just to yarn or npm install, it will add this component for you. And then you have to add this particular color, so that it will show one blackish and then whitish grayish colors. So it accepts 4 colors. It accepts 3 or 2 colors as well, but I have added 4, so it looks the gradient effect. So I also added the start and end into it, as well as I have added some dummy data for John Doe and the expiry date, as well as the card number. Let me show you the styles of it. So the styles are pretty good. You can see I have added the width from the dimensions.get method. So it will give me the width of the device, so particular device width. So if you are using any tablet, so it will calculate that device width, and we are doing the into 0.9. So less than that particular width. So that's I have multiplied 0.9. If I do into 1, then the width will be same as it is. So I have added one static height with the scale function, so the height will scale according to the device dimensions method. So yeah, these were the styles. You can check this code for it in the GitHub repo. So let's get started. So what we'll do, come to the payment method screen. Let me show you that you have to add this booking payment screen in the app navigator. If you can see over here, you have to add this payment method screen over here, and this particular route in this app route.ts, okay, over here. And after that, what you have to do, you have to do some modifications, such as, like, when you come to this particular screen, earlier what we had only booking folder, right? Inside booking folder we had only this booking screen.tsx and booking style.tsx. What I have done is, now because this particular flow is going to be a booking flow, so there are 4 flows. If I can show you that booking starts from this screen, which is booking details. So this is the first screen, and this is the second screen, which is payment method, right? And this is the third screen, and this is the fourth screen. So all four screen are going to be the part of booking folder, right? So that is the reason I have created this booking folder separately, and this two screen which were booking screen and the booking style, these two files I have moved into a detail screen. So this will be a first screen, and the second screen will be a payment screen, which is payment screen, which is this one, and the payment style, which is this one. So these are the two screen. Suppose if we are going to build the third screen, which is confirmation, so what the name we will keep, we'll keep the folder name confirmation. So the name of the file will be booking confirmation screen. So like this, if you can see, what is the naming convention? Booking details screen. Booking details screen. For this, what is the naming convention? Booking payment screen. So if I have the confirmation, that will be booking confirmation screen. So this is the naming convention that we are following right now. And once we have the fourth screen, that screen's folder name will be status. Okay, or we can keep it payment status. So yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you. So now what we are going to do, if you can clearly see this particular component, it looks like an input component, but it is actually not, because we have to pick some values out of it. So the moment I click on it, it should give us some popped up, a pop-up component or a bottom sheet where the user can pick that what payment needs to be selected. If it is a cash, then it should be a cash. If it is a card, then the card thing should come up. So let's make this. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add one pressable, and inside it let's add one text like this, and let's open up the styles. If you can clearly see, I'm going to name it, let's add select payment. So over here what I'm going to do, let's add border width, let's add scale 1, border color, border radius, and padding. Yeah, let's keep it like this, and let's add the styles over here. Select payment. I'm going to do, as it is looking like an input component, so let's copy the styles of the input component. Go to the input component over here, let's go to the styles and copy whole thing and come over here and paste it like this. Remove the border width, let's keep the width on static one, and remove this particular color gray, so it will have the border, and then also remove the radius, so keep it 10 as it is, and padding right, yeah, let's keep the height and the padding horizontal, I think. Yeah, and then for the input, let's add the styles for this. So I'm going to add it select payment text, yeah, like this. So what I'm going to do, just add the text for this particular thing, this particular thing, and we'll be having this select payment for this pressable, yeah, like this. Got it? So now what we are going to do, if you can clearly see that, let's add the first style to it, the regular one, and the font size is 14. So the color is as well placeholder, so let's add that color, it's regular, and the color, instead of black we should put this placeholder like this. And if you can clearly see that we have the button on the right side, and on the left side we have this icon. So let's add this button, which is default, so we can use the button component over here. So let's do one thing, come over here and add button from component. Let's give the text, and the text will be default capital like this, and add the button styles dot button styles and the button text, and then on press. Okay, so let's save the file and then add the button styles. So the styles will be, let's copy the color, and the color is this stroke D7 thrice. So let's copy it, come to the colors, can you see the D7 thrice button border? So go over here and add the background color, colors dot button border, yeah, and then add the border radius. We do not want that much, let's keep it good border radius 7, and then also the text, we should reduce the size of it. So come to this part and then add this button text, and then let's give the font size. Font size is equal to 12 pixel, and let's see the font text. It is around 7F. So let's add the color placeholder, colors dot placeholder. I like this, and add the padding horizontal, scale 12. Yeah, looks good. As well as add the padding vertical, make it padding 8. Yeah, it is looking good. And as well as add the stroke for the border. So the stroke color is D7, so let's add that as well. So border width will be 1, border color, colors dot button border, or let's try border. Let's make it button border only. Let's save the file. Yeah, now it is looking good. So if you can clearly see, we also have an icon, so let's add that icon. React Native vector icons. Go over here and find the money icon. So see, we have this slightly curvy shape of the dollar. So see if we can find one. We don't have that, so let's try dollar and see if we can have that. Okay, we do not have that. Let's try money. Money from, we wanted from material icon, but they are not giving. So let's add this, with the corner we need. So let's pick this one, font awesome. So come to this part, font awesome, and then add the money. Let's import the icon, then add the name, which will be money. Let's add the color for it, colors dot border, or let's say gray. Yeah, looks good. So as well as we need the gap in between. Let's come and wrap it into a view. Come to this part, styles dot let's make it row gap RG. Okay, so come over here, add flex direction row, and then add some call gap, scale of 8, add align item center. Yeah, like this particular view, this button component is going out of the container, and the reason for it is because we have added this flex one to this payment text, which is not necessary. So let's remove it, so it will come to this particular site, right? So now let's add the size. So size will be make it 22 at least. It's too much. Let's add 18. Yeah, looks good. So what we will do, we'll keep this payment method as it is, and now we will add the bottom sheet component over here, and we'll add some values to it. So let's do that. So let's try and find where is the bottom sheet getting used. So it is getting used over here, as well as in this country picker, as you can see, and then you can see that it is also getting used in the date component. So we also need that bottom picker in this particular view. So let's add that. So come to this bottom sheet, and then it should not be inside scroll view, so let's keep it outside. Add the two states, which is show payment, set show payment, and let's make it use state false, like this. Okay, and now we will add over here visible. Let's pass the show payment, and then set visible for set show payment. Okay, and the moment we save the file, now what we will do, we'll add two options. One will be, let's make it a cash payment. So I'm going to copy this styles and let's paste it over here, and the another one will be same, but let's wrap it into a view like this. So also the moment we click on this button, like on press, this should get called, the state should get called, set show payment will be true, and vice versa. So as you can see, it's going to, it was opening. So let's come to the styles over here. Let's add the payment container. Let's make it a flex of 5, or let's say 5. So let's add it over here, payment container, and let's click this. Yeah, so let's see why it is not opening up fully. Give it a color red, and now let's keep this inside the scroll view. I think that would be a reason. So yeah, if you can see that it is now visible, so we do not want the red color, we need instead of a white color. So let's add the white color, as well as we need the border left top radius. Let's make it 10. Border left top radius, let's make it scale of 10. Yeah, so now what we will do, we'll also add the padding horizontal. Let's make it 12, and padding vertical, let's keep it 12. So yeah, looks good, but instead of 5, let's try and give it a 3, so that user do not have to see the white space. So let's keep it 25. So let's make it 3. Yeah, it's looking good. So instead of the select payment text, I'm going to rename it with the payment text, because it's not the select, now it's the actual payment text. So let's rename it. The styles will be the same, except the font size. So let's go to the select text and come over here. I need the font size to be at least 16. Yeah, let's make it 14 or 15. That looks good. So what we will be doing, let's make it text align center like this. Okay, so one option will be a if you can see, cash payment. Another one will be a credit card. I'm going to, let's say, make it a cash payment. Another one will be a credit card, or the debit card, or let's say card. Anything you can choose to like set, but let me keep it a credit card. So the moment I click on this, it should give the make the state false. So let's make set show payment, let's keep it a false. So come over here and then paste it like this, and then card, as well as the moment I update the state, so let's make it default. Okay, so we'll add this into a later part, because we'll need to create one hook, and we'll manage that. The moment we click on this, then the states variable should update over here. Okay, so as of now we'll keep it like this. So let's move on to the another part, which is the card information. So let's add that. So for that, keep the bottom sheet like this. You have to copy this whole part and paste it like this. Render some margin bottom and add at least 28, or let's say 24. Yeah, good. So now remove this pressable, as we do not need this now, because we have this full name, email, number. So I'm going to add the input component. Let's add the placeholder, and the placeholder is full name, as well as let's add another things, email address and the number. So email address, double D R double S. Okay, so again next thing is number, so only number over here, and then we have this box which accept the MMYY and the CVV. So let's first of all add the props for it, missing attribute, which is the on change text. So let's add that on change text. I'm going to type the console.log for E. Let's copy this and then paste it everywhere. Yeah, like this. So another thing which we need, that is this title. Let's add a card information instead of this text. Let's replace it with card, C capital, like this. So now we need to add this MMYY. So let's add that. Let's name it mm/yy, and then if you can clearly see this particular box, it has two separate views, which is this CVV and which is MMYY. So we'll add another box for CVV. So let's add another input and let's name it CVV, like this. If you can see, let me scroll down, and what we'll do, we'll make one flex direction, and then we'll keep this box separate and this one is separate but on the single row. So what we'll do, let's wrap this not into title view but into a normal view, paste it over here, and then styles.rg, like this. But if you can see, we should have flex 1, so I think it does not accept any styles. So yeah, it is accepting 1. So let's add container style, give at least flex 1. Yeah, so it is accepting. So let's go over here, add input style, let's add flex 1, and then container style will be styles.input container, or say input style, like this. Okay, so what we'll do for the next part, let's add this particular thing which is country or a region. So what we'll do, let's copy this as well as the margin or render margin bottom, come to this view, and underneath that paste it like this and put country or a region. Okay, so let's put over here country, and then or region, REGION. Okay, like this. So now what we will do, we will add this component which is a picker component. So, and after that we'll add one zip for zip code. So let's copy this input and come over here and add one thing which is ZIP zip. So make sure that I and P is a capital. Scroll down. Yeah, looks good. We need to add this country picker drop down over here. So for that, what we will do, if you can clearly see, we have this zip icon, right? Zip input component. So for this, what I will do, if you have followed my playlist, you know that we have made one component which is country component. So let's import that, and as well as add some prop, so which is the on press event. So let me destruct this, and let's add the console.log which is E, and then yeah, if you can see, the country and the region is showing with the flag. So we can add the UK, France, and the United States. If you see that we only have added 4 countries, let me show you that. So in case you want to add more countries, you can add all of the countries over here, as well as you can pass this country as a prop. You have to modify this particular component. So as of now, let's keep the UK, and let's move to the another part, which is the terms and condition. So let me show you where we have used this. So if you can see in the login screen, we have used it. So come to this part, which is the particular thing, and come to the login screen. It was sign in screen, I think. So this checkbox component we have, right? So let's copy this whole thing. Let me open it side by side, and under this thing, let's paste it, import the checkbox component, and then save the file. So if you can see, we have this component over here. So let me add that remember text, all the styles, and go over here like checkbox text like this, add it, and then add the flex row, flex direction which will be row, align not content but align item center. Let's add the column gap, let's make it 12, let's keep it 10, and I'm going to render some margin bottom over here, render margin bottom which is 12. Yeah, looks good. So keep this checkbox like this, and I think the checkbox text is too much less, like the size is too small. Let's keep it 14, and instead of remember we need to add the terms and continue with the down icon. So let me add that, terms and continue. Okay, so the moment I click on this, it should check and uncheck and give a callback of the truth, which is boolean. Okay, so after that we'll add these three buttons, which is Apple Pay, Google Pay, and the continue. So if you come to the sign in login screen, you can see that we have this OR, and we need to copy these two buttons from there. So come over here, go to the sign in screen, and if you can see the OR, we have this border container. So let's come to this part, let's close this, and under this let's add this. We need to add the whole styles. Let's come over here and paste it like this, come back, we should see the styles now like this. So instead of OR, what we have, let me see, pay with card or. Okay, pay with card or. Okay, the text is more, so it is getting in a vertical direction. So come to this screen which is payment style, and what I'm going to do, if you can clearly see that OR border, it has the flex 1, so let's add flex 5 or 2, let's keep it I think 1. So it is having the width, let's remove it, pay with card or. So yeah, it is looking good now. So add those two buttons, come to the sign in screen again, and go to this part and just copy paste, import the material icon, import the and design, and then we need this text. So copy this along with this styles. So button text is repeated now, let's remove it, add the icon button style. Yeah, save the file and see, yeah, we have these buttons. So we also have the gap in between, so let's add render margin bottom of 12. Also I need this above this button, so like this, and I think there is much gap, so instead of 12 let's add the 14. So yeah, it's looking good now, and as well as we need a good continue button. If you come back, you can see that we have pay now button. I'm going to copy from there, so come to this part and just copy this pay now button, come to this particular screen which is this screen, payment screen, go to this screen and just add, yeah, we need a navigation, but let's comment this down and scroll down a bit, remove the button style, we do not need that. Let's render some margin bottom. Yeah, looks good. If you can clearly see, we have some space, a bit of more space. Let me add that 24. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, as you can see. Now let me go back. This is the booking details and this is the payment method screen. Okay, over here we'll select credit card or the cash payment. let's suppose I selected the credit card. So we'll enter all the details, we'll click the country region, we'll accept the terms and condition, and we'll add the pay now button. So yeah, this was it for this particular video. Let me push it to the GitHub. Git add, git commit -m -m updated the payment method. Let me push it. So it will ask me to push the branch, set upstream hyphen so it was double dash. So yeah, it is pushed now. What you have to do, just go to this payment underscore flow branch and just take a pull from that branch. You will get this particular component, and let me show you what's the next plan after this video. So we will make this particular screen and this particular screen in only one video, and after that our booking flow will be completed. We will move to this chat screen. Let me see if it is in the pro feature or not, and after that we'll move to this profile section, and after that we are good to go. Let me show you that I have also done the backend part. I have made the authentication flow. I have made one separate repo for that. Let me show you that. So when I click on this backend thing, you should see these services. I have made this folder for services, routes, middleware, and I am using the ORM, which is Prisma, and then we have much more to learn in this backend series. So I hope you all people will learn a lot. I want you all people to become a full stack developer. So yeah, do practice a lot. Stay happy, stay safe, and goodbye. We'll see you in the next video.